Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here, and today we've got to talk about those licks you've been playing. They sound kind of bad. They sound a little forced, a little awkward. You learn this lick, it sounds cool when you just practice it on its own, but as soon as you try to get it into your solo, it's got that forced quality to it. There's nothing natural about it. It's just this lick that was plopped in the middle of your solo and it sounds like a lick. And that's not what you want. You want to smooth it out, smooth out those edges so that the lick actually sounds like it's part of your solo and not just this random word you jammed in there. There's a way that we can actually make it sound more natural, more smooth. I call it the on-ramp, off-ramp method. Let's take the one of the most basic, most common licks of all. It goes like this. Let's all sing it together. David Baker bebop. Nice. So this is an F7 lick, works great on a blues or on a 2-5-1. It doesn't really matter. Wherever you have a dominant 7 chord, this lick will sound good. Quick analysis, we're starting on the 1, going chromatic down to the flat 7, up to the 2 or the 9, then down to the 6, and then the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now the problem with this lick and most licks that you'll learn in a book or, even in my lick packs that I sell, a lot of them start on beat 1, just like this. And when you start a lick on beat 1, that makes it feel even more artificial. We don't need to move the lick. We can just add to the lick so that it doesn't start on beat 1. Here's what I mean. Let's just add a pickup note on the and of 4 before the actual lick. And a simple way to choose a pickup note is to just go a half step below whatever the first note of the lick is. So if the first note is F, like we have here, we're gonna start on an E, and it's gonna be on the and of 4. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's add another pickup note because you can keep working backwards into that previous measure. Let's start on beat 4 now. Let's come at it from a chromatic below and then a chromatic above. So half step below, half step above that target note, which is F. So E is a half step below, F sharp is a half step above, and then we land on the target and go into the lick. Starting on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Okay, so these are the on-ramps. These are how you can enter into a lick so that it's not so abrupt, and it will also get you used to incorporating the lick into a greater line that you're playing. Let's do it again. Let's start in the and of 3 this time. 1, 2, 3. You can keep working your way back until you essentially have a whole new line. We started with a 1-measure phrase. If you add pickup notes throughout the whole previous measure, now we have a 2-measure phrase. And it doesn't sound like a lick anymore because we've incorporated it into a larger line. Now let's talk about off-ramps. Hopefully you get the idea with these on-ramps. Off-ramps, same kind of principle, but you get to explore how you can get out of this lick and continue it into something else. So let's keep it simple. Let's play the original line again. And remember, we're on an F7 chord. And let's think rhythm first. So we'll go ba ba da ba da ba doo da. That's our rhythm. Ba ba da ba da ba doo da. So we have 2 extra notes. Let's try this. That works well. We're ending on the A, which is the 3rd of F7. Let's try this one. That was the same rhythm. Ba ba dee ba dee ba doo da. Original lick. And then I did the DC one more time there. Again. Now let's say we wanted to resolve from the F7 to B flat major, like the 5 going to the 1, this kind of a sound. By the way, if you want to download these chord scale charts, you can get them for free at the link in the description below. They make understanding chords and scales so much easier, and it makes music theory make so much more sense. So check that out, linked in the description below. So we can actually go back to that first off ramp I did, this one. And that A, instead of being the 3rd of F7, will be the 7 of B flat major. Here's how it sounds. Nice. Let's do another off ramp, this one a little longer. Let's start with the rhythm, ba ba dee ba dee ba. That's the core line. And then the extension, ba ba dee bo dee bo dee bo dee ba doo ba. Ba ba dee ba dee ba dee ba ba doo ba. Check it out. Again. So now let's put it all together. We'll do an on ramp, the lick, and then the off ramp. With chords. And now it doesn't even sound like a lick because I've wrapped it with this on ramp and off ramp. So it's embedded within a greater line. And that's what you want to be doing with your licks so that they don't sound forced. And if you want more licks to practice with, definitely check out my Sick Licks series. I have licks for beginners to advanced improvisers in various styles like classic jazz, modern jazz, and blues. I'll link it all up down below and on the screen. And there's also a video up here that you can watch where I show 10 licks every jazz musician should know. They're not hard to learn, but they will make your playing so much better, especially when you use this on-ramp and off-ramp exercise. Check it out.